Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how I turned this Dollar Tree sign into a cute fall truck door hanger. I started by removing the Hello Spring piece, and I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to be using it later on to make this sign. And then I'm going to give everything a good sanding because there is a lot of glitter on this sign, and I just want to make sure I remove all of that so that when I paint over top of it, it doesn't show through. And if you want to skip this step, you could totally just use the back of the sign and paint that. Here is the paint color that I'm using for this sign, and this is green color is going to be the main color of the truck. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this whole truck sign with the green color except for the wheels. Now that the base coat of green is painted on the truck, I'm going to go ahead and paint both the wheels using some black Waverly chalk paint. That way everything has a nice consistent paint finish. To make this sign less flat and to add some 3D dimension to it, I'm going to be using a lot of popsicle sticks to build a truck bed on the back of the truck. So here I am just cutting 2 popsicle sticks. I'm just cutting the ends off of them, and these are going to be on either end so that I have that flat edge is going to be pointed towards the center. And then I'm going to take my third popsicle stick and measure out the exact length that I need to fit right in that center spot. And later on, I'm actually going to make this centerpiece look like a license plate. So that's why you want to put that piece right directly in the center. And then I'm going to paint all 3 of these popsicle stick pieces with some gray Waverly chalk paint. And this is going to make the bumper for the truck, so that is why I chose gray. Now I'm going to glue the 3 painted pieces of popsicle sticks onto the bottom of the truck, and this is going to be the bumper for the truck. And since I painted these already, it makes it much easier just to go ahead and glue them on. I don't have to worry about painting on parts that I already painted if you glued them on first. So that's why I did it like that. Next, I'm going to be using some more popsicle sticks to build up the truck bed for this sign. So basically here I am just cutting a flat edge on 2 popsicle sticks, and this is going to be the top of both of the ends of the truck bed. So I'm just kind of lining those up to space out where I need to cut my other piece of popsicle stick. And then I'm just cutting the edges off for these 2, and then I'm going to measure exactly the length that I need to fit. So basically I want this to go all the way up to the 2 little mirrors that are sticking out on both sides. So once I have those measured, I'm going to make sure that they're even and then cut those down to size. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue all 4 pieces of popsicle stick on to create the sides of the bed of the truck. And you don't have to worry about painting these beforehand because they're actually going to be painted the same green color as the truck. Now to make this look more like the back of a truck, I'm taking one of these jumbo craft sticks that are 12 inches long, and I'm going to cut it down to size. I did order these off of Amazon in case you're wondering where they are from. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this in the middle of the truck so that the top of it lines up with where the curved ends of the truck come in. Remember the Hello Spring piece that I took off at the beginning of the video? Well, now I'm going to be using it for the back of the truck, and I did cut the ends off a little bit so that it fits nicely in the center of the popsicle sticks with a little bit of a gap on the edges. And I just went ahead and glued that on in the center, and now I'm going to use the same green color that I used to paint the main part of the truck to paint all of the popsicle stick pieces and that centerpiece as well. Now I'm taking some tape and I'm going to make a small rectangle at the top of the truck, and this is going to be the little back window of the truck, so I'm just going to kind of size that accordingly, and I'm going to be painting this gray. It's the same light gray as the bumper of the truck. And once I have that painted, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of the tape, and you want to peel the tape back before your paint is dry because you'll get a cleaner edge. Next, I'm going to be using these wood pumpkins that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to start by filling in the hole at the top of the pumpkin because I'm going to be putting these in the back of the truck, and I don't need the hole for this project. I want these pumpkins to be more of a neutral color and not a bright orange or anything, so I'm going to paint both of them with a cream colored paint. Using my Waverly chalk paint in the color Truffle, I painted both of the stems of the pumpkins, and then I also used this color to add on some curved vertical lines to give the pumpkin some more detail and distress them a little bit as well. Now I'm going to attach the pumpkins that I decorated, and these pumpkins had a little bit of a curve at the bottom of them, and so I went ahead and trimmed that off so that they would sit flat against the piece of wood, and also that way they look more like they're sitting in the truck and not just like floating there with the curved part showing. And then I also had this smaller little wood pumpkin that came off of something from Dollar Tree that I had DIY'd. So I just kind of had that piece laying around, and I'm going to glue that in the center in between the two larger pumpkins. The small little pumpkin that I had from a different Dollar Tree project did have a little bit of a defect on it, so I used these wood leaves from Hobby Lobby to cover that up, and I also placed one of the leaves on the large pumpkin on the right to balance it out. Next, I used my Cricut to cut out this piece of vinyl that says welcome and placed it on that center piece of wood, and I'm using this as a stencil, so here I am painting it using the same color that I painted the two large pumpkins. And I did the same process to paint fall on the center of the bumper. And since that piece of popsicle stick looks about the size and placement that a license plate would be, I kind of wanted to make it look like this truck had a license plate that said fall. So that's what I did, and I think it turned out really cute that it says welcome fall with the fall as the license plate. And then I took some of my Waverly antiquing wax and a piece of paper towel, and I distressed the whole truck, basically mostly around the edges and then the popsicle stick pieces, just to give it some more dimension and detail. The last thing that I did to finish off this welcome fall truck sign was string some wood beads on a piece of twine to create the hanger. And this piece of twine was from a different Dollar Tree hanging sign, and I just had it laying around, and it already has those little plastic pieces on the ends of it. So this made it really easy to string the beads on and then put it through the holes and it would stay in place. So if you have one of those laying around, I would recommend using that.